Hey guys, Tony DiNaro. Good morning, Saturday, April 8th. As I slept on the video that I made last night on BBIG, I knew something didn't make sense, and I think that there is actually an error in BBIG's proxy filing relating to the reverse stock split. So I am going to update the middle of this video with the correct information, and I am also sending an email to BBIG Investor Relations asking them about what I think is an error in the proxy statement. Also, I would like to clarify, I am neither bullish or bearish on BBIG. I really could not care less what happens to BBIG. The only reason I'm making this video is because someone asked for my thoughts on the proxy statement. All of the information contained in this video is my opinion based on reading the company filings and explaining to you guys what is contained in those filings, what is ahead of you with this vote. We are in the dark right now, somewhat on BBIG, because they have not released a updated quarterly statement since the quarter ending June of 2022. If they release some information, some updated 10Qs or 10K prior to the vote on April 27th, I will do an update, especially if it changes the news for the better. Now let's get into the video. Hey guys, Tony DiNaro here. Welcome back to the channel. In the comments of one of my other videos, someone asked me to please give my thoughts and an update on ticker symbol BBIG Vinco Ventures. They have a upcoming stockholders meeting on April 27th, and there is a proxy statement out, and I did take a brief look at it. Let's go through the details and I will share my thoughts with you. All right, guys, let's start off by looking at the stock chart. The very last time I think I gave BBIG a serious look was here at the end of October 2021 into early November 2021. It did have a very nice run up from a couple bucks to $12. I do remember saying back then this was not a company I had any interest in buying based on the condition of their financial statements, but it was a fantastic momentum trade for a couple of days or a week or so. Since that high of around $12.50, it has plummeted, now trading at 26 cents. We're going to go through the reasons for that now and what my thoughts are about the proxy statement and the upcoming shareholders meeting that's happening at the end of April. And just to level set where we're at, in case anyone's asking, could this be a short squeeze play? I'm only seeing 15.7% short interest on Ortex with the cost to borrow very low at 8%. I would not count this one as a short squeeze candidate at this time. And in light of the information we're about to go over here in the next couple minutes in this video, does not look like it is likely to be a short squeeze candidate at any time in the near term future. Okay, so now let's go through the proxy vote for the upcoming shareholder meeting. I know a lot of people have their hopes pinned on BBIG because of their app, Low Motif, and they're hoping that TikTok gets banned in the United States, and maybe that changes the game for BBIG. Guys, I can't predict that. That's always a possibility, right? So for those of you that want some bullish comments, that's about the best I can do for BBIG right now. BBIG is under multiple threats of delisting from the exchange for, let's see, delay in holding their shareholder meeting. They haven't filed 10Qs since the quarter ending June, so we're missing 2 of those, including the annual report. When I see this sort of thing happening, in general, I'm telling you from experience, that is not a good sign. The other thing is they are obviously not in compliance with the minimum bid for the NASDAQ, and thus one of the items here on the proxy statement is a reverse split. People give reverse splits a bad rap, but it's not the reverse split itself that deserves the bad rap. It is the company and the fact that they were already on this very steep decline, and then you have the reverse split, which bumps it up, but then that decline just continues, guys. It's not continuing down because of the reverse split. You just artificially increased it for a second, and then that decline just continues. Until the financials or fundamentals are fixed, nothing is going to stop that decline. So don't blame the reverse split. I know it's a common thing to do, blaming the reverse split on why this stock is going to continue to go down. It's not going to go down because of a reverse split. It's going to go down because it is financially in trouble. On the proxy, there are 11 proposals for you to vote on. I'm only going to talk about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. Obviously, we have in yellow the approval of the reverse split in combination with an increase in the authorized shares of common stock. If the 1-for-20 stock split is indeed what the board approves, and I'm quite certain it will be the 1-for-20, They have this table here for us to look at what would happen to the number of shares authorized, issued, and outstanding. And this is where I think there is an error in BBIG's proxy statement. Let me show you what it should look like. When you effect the reverse stock split, especially the 1-for-20 here on the bottom row, the number of common stock authorized doesn't change. It's still going to be 249 million, but because of that reverse split, it's going to drop the number out in the free float to 12.4 million. You can see here in this table in their proxy statement, they didn't update the numbers in the middle here, or the headers of these columns are labeled incorrectly. So when the 1-for-20 reverse stock split is approved, the number of shares authorized will remain at 249 million. The number of shares issued and outstanding will drop to 12.45 million. And then the company will have 236 million shares still available to work with or to issue as needed. Now, it's worth noting in their proxy statement right here in the sentence above, it says that this table is without giving effect to the authorized share increase. Remember, they're also asking you to increase the number of shares to 750 million. Why do they need that? I just did a rough count of the items, the other proposals in this proxy that I highlighted in pink, all of the dilution that is in this proxy statement. And I'm coming up with rough numbers of they need another 320 million shares. And obviously, even just doing the reverse split is not going to give them an extra 320 million shares. So they need to increase the number of shares to 750 million. If we update this table with the 750 million share increase pre-reverse stock split, the top row here, that would give them 750 million authorized, 248 million issued and outstanding, and available to issue 501 million. They need that 501 million to take care of these obligations, the other proposals in the proxy statement, which are about 320 million shares. What happens after the reverse stock split? 320 million shares divided by 20 is 16 million. So your float would be 12.4 million plus 16 million. What is that? 28.5 million shares issued and outstanding. I don't know that we need to read through all of these in detail. Let's just say that every single item listed here in pink is going to mean dilution immediately or in short order to you, the common stockholders. It really doesn't matter what I say, because I know as I read through the details of each one of these, there's going to be people that come in and say, I'm wrong, I don't understand, conversion price, blah, blah, blah. I've been through this so many times. It's all, every single one of these is going to be dilution to you as a common stockholder. If you watch my channel long enough, I think you can trust me when I say that these are all going to be dilutive to common stock. If this is your first time here and you want to leave a hateful comment and say that I got it all wrong, you will not be the first, my friend, but I am usually correct on these. And whatever you're reading that got your hopes all up that they're never going to be converted, they have the ability to change all of these at will, and they will be converted even if you think that they won't. Why do they have all these things in pink? Because the company is actually desperate for cash and they need to raise cash, and every single one of these things is going to help them do that. So you got the good and you got the bad. You got the good, the company needs the cash. You have the ability to vote on it and get them the cash. The bad is you're going to be diluted. It's a Sophie's choice, as is many times with companies that are in financial trouble. How do I know they're in trouble if they haven't even filed a 10Q since the quarter ending in June? Well, there was a little breadcrumb for us if we go down to page 9 in the quarterly report. Yeah, see, I did do my homework, guys. I just am not going to spend days and days reading through all of these documents, but I know how to find the good stuff. Right here at the bottom of page 9, it says that the company has approximately 5.5 million left in unrestricted cash at the end of January 2023. These conditions raise substantial doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. You might have seen these type of warnings in other companies as they approach bankruptcy. It does not mean that this company is going to go bankrupt, but When we get the next 10Q or the 10K, the annual report, we will have a much clearer picture. We're kind of operating in the dark, except for this breadcrumb, which lets us know that they are dangerously low on cash right now. I know that you probably looked at the 10Q they filed on February 21st and saw, wow, the total revenues through the roof. This is bullish. 685,000 to 10 million. We're going to be so damn rich. But guys, even though the revenue jumped, they lost money on that quarter. They lost 581,000 where they had been making a profit. They did an acquisition. They brought in a company that bumped up the revenue, but that company was not making money. And that ended up costing them 581,000 on gross profit. On top of that, that acquisition also cost them $31 million in operating loss here in the operating expenses section. So not a great story here between the losses and the drawdown in cash. Thus, all of the things that you're voting on are things to help the company raise cash. It is no coincidence that on February 21st, when that filing dropped, that you saw a massive multi-day decline in the price of the stock, and then it has just gone down from there. The smart money on Wall Street knows what I am telling you right now, that the company is short on cash. They disclosed it in a breadcrumb in that 10Q, and now you have to go in and raise money through dilution. That is the sad story of BBIG right now. That is all I got for you on this one. I wish it was better news. I am Tony DiNarro. Don't forget to like the video if you got some value out of it. If you just hated it, hit that dislike button. Make yourself feel a little better. If this is your first time here, don't forget to buy and hold that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.